All right, so every stock trader that I know imagines they have like a time machine of sorts. Like, oh, yeah, the greatest time to buy was during the Great Depression in 1929. If only I had a time machine, I would travel back to then, and then buy something like, I don't know what kind of stocks they had back then, like Rockefeller, or they'd be like, God damn, I was too young to buy stocks in 2008 during the great financial crash. Or, oh shit, I wish I could go back to the COVID crash and wish I loaded up on some calls or some TQQQ. It's always some rhetorical statement where they could go back in time or had more money or something. So looking back, it's always 2020. And notice that throughout all of these events, none of them said, oh, if you bought at the Great Depression crash or some dot-com bubble burst or whatever. Notice that all of them has made money on these calls. That's why everyone wants to go back in time and look at that. And so right now, we're kind of in the first few days of another crash. We call it a Trump tariff crash or the trade war crash or whatever. But still in the first few days, the first few innings. So it is the first few innings, but I do notice that ever since the COVID crash, that these crashes are getting shorter and shorter. So there's like less time for you to make a move. So if you want to make a move, you have to make it now. All right. So stop being the guy who wishes he could go back in time and buy Apple and, or Amazon pre-IPO, and be the guy who actually does something this time, instead of, sitting on your porch and waving a shotgun around and saying that, oh, I wish I bought this and that. Buy it. Buy it. Right now, the price of stocks is, I don't know, pre-2024. It's like a whole year of gains has just been deleted. I know it hurts. I know there's blood on the streets. The fear index is at 7, with like max fear being 0 and max, optimist being at like 100. So right now it's at 7. The prices are very skewed towards us. And as the price lowers, the risk declines. Just as long as you're not buying shit stocks, make sure you're buying the solid Mag 7, the big companies that aren't going anywhere anytime soon. So, no time machine, just max fear, optimal conditions for buying stocks if you have dry powder left. If you don't, suggest you go get a side hustle or something, because we are close to a recession crash. So this time, are you to sit on your hands and wish you were that guy who wished he bought earlier? Or are you just going to man up and freaking buy it?